How to wrap up the school year and survive summer. This presentation will be providing guidance for parents preparing for summer with a special needs child and provide survival note cards for reference utilizing these guides. These survival note cards are separated for student points and parent points. The approach of summer means many things are changing for the family. That includes schedules, routines, childcare, and you even have to think about what's going to come next year already. For many, summer is a time for family vacations and making new memories. Our guide and our survival note cards are designed to help you wrap up the school year, plan for the next one, and help you have the best possible summer. So just how do you go about wrapping up a school year? The end of the new school year is both exciting and overwhelming because life as your child knows it is about to change. As a parent, there's much to do and plan, especially if you work outside the home and have to arrange for your child to be somewhere instead of their regular school routine. Having a child with special needs often means that there are individualized education plans and other assessments and evaluations that are done and are necessary to determine the best options for your child in the coming year. Staying on top of that early, meeting with teachers and other school experts, and handling these steps before the end of the school year is critical. If your child is moving to a new school the following year, you may need to meet with that school and provide them with the necessary documentation and information. Preparing your child for that change may include visiting the new school to take down their anxiety. If you have a child who has had a challenging year, now is the time to reflect on what did and did not work. Communicating with the school to plan for the next year is critical. These tips are things you as parents need to handle. But what about your child? How do you help them wrap up the school year? Here are some tips to help your child transition through the end of the school year. Wrapping up the school year survival card for students. Make a countdown calendar to the last day of school. Create a scrapbook of the year's highlights. Celebrate your child's accomplishments. Acknowledge your child's concern about any changes that are coming, and prepare your child for summer activities. Visit our site to get the full survival note card ready for you on our site. Now, what about wrapping up the school year survival card for parents? Get new IEPs and other assessments, meet with the new teachers, reflect on what did and did not work, and visit any new school before the current school year ends. After you've done all that, you're ready to prepare for summer. Preparing for summer can be as stressful for your child as it is for you. If you work, there's childcare to arrange. Handling any scheduling needs before school ends is key. Because children with special needs do best with structure and routine, and it helps to reduce their anxiety, maintaining routines, which include bedtime and meal times throughout the year, will help your child feel more comfortable. Posting a daily schedule can help many children feel better in their daily activities. Now it's time to think about what you want to do and what you want to accomplish with your child. Does that include a vacation, or do you plan to stay close to home? And then there's schoolwork-related activities and goals that your child needs to meet. Time to take a good look at the IEP and see kind of what those goals might look like for summer. Children who continue to advance their learning and education during the summer have an easier time getting back into the swing of things when school starts. So maybe it's worksheets, maybe some reading, maybe projects or activities. But those are great ways to stimulate your child's mind during the summer. Just pick the ones that work for your child and do them often. Asking your child's outgoing or incoming teacher for suggestions or work can benefit your child's development and advancement and help you plan those exact educational activities that fit their needs best. You can also create ways through educational field trips during the summer, which can include science museums, aquariums, libraries, nature reserves, and even the beach opens up opportunities to learn about the world around them. Here is your helping your child prepare for summer survival card. Maintain routines, mealtimes, and bedtimes. Post a daily schedule that your child can see. Keep the learning going. And plan local enrichment outings. Again, parks, beaches, museums, and aquariums are just a few. So what do you, as special needs parents, need to know before taking that trip if you've decided that you're going on vacation? First off, you need to think about your family's needs for vacation and relaxation. If there are other kids in the home, you have to ask about their interests too. Parents need a break, and summer is the excellent time to plan a family vacation. But before you head off, you do need to be prepared for what might come your way. The best thing is to create a checklist 2 weeks before your travel date for the entire family. Include outfits, medications, food, snacks, activities, just anything vital. And as you pack, you can feel wonderful to mark it off your checklist. If your child has special dietary needs and allergies, create laminated cards that you can easily hand out to chefs so that they can detail what your child can and cannot have. And it will save you many an awkward conversation in a loud restaurant across the table. Okay, maybe it's a car trip that you've all decided to take. And planning a road trip can be fun for the family, but it does require extra effort in planning when you have a child with special needs. Again, making that detailed list of everything you need to bring a few weeks in advance allows you then to add other items as you think about them. It's great to plan your travel route, check for accessible rest stops, hotels, and restaurants, and above all, consider sleeping arrangements. Nothing can be more upsetting than being so very tired and finding out that the beds are uncomfortable, the room is incorrect, and everyone is cranky in the morning then. Check out hotel bathrooms, facilities, and cooking, whether there's cooking ability in your room if your child has special dietary needs. Packing early and checking items off your list is so helpful. Speak to your child's doctor, though. That's something to talk about to ensure that you have everything you need for the trip. Your doctor can help you decide what will or will not work and sometimes provide extra medications that you might need, which can save you a very unwelcome trip hunting down an all-night pharmacy. Remember to take all pertinent medical information, records, and to review your medical insurance for away-from-home coverage. Prepare your child for the long trip ahead. Tell them what to expect because the more prepared they are, the more that you and everyone in that car will enjoy this time together. Sensory overload can be different in a car than in trains and airplanes because there's headlights at night and bright sunlight during the day. So sunglasses and window shades can help block these sensory lights. Always, always, always pack plenty of snacks and drinks for everyone in the family because it saves you having to stop and hope that the rest stop has what you need. Staying in hotels can be easier for your child if you bring their favorite pillow and blanket because many hotels have rough towels. Even bringing soft ones from home can just take down that sensory issue for your child. Alrighty, for those of you that thought an airline trip is in the plans for you, please remember that airline travel can be stressful for many people, but more so when you have children. And if you have a child with special needs, it's even more so. And the better prepared you are in advance, the smoother it would be. It's best to try to travel to accommodate your child's schedule. If you cannot secure convenient seating near the front of the plane or the bathrooms, contact the travel agent or airline to discuss your situation. Arrange for accommodations in advance, such as wheelchair help at the airport. Do not wait till the last minute or even the day of. Do online check-in 24 hours in advance to save time at the airport. Bring all necessary documentations, including a diagnosis from your child's doctor and anything that outlines their medical information. Ask your doctor for his or her recommendations for supplements if your child has anxiety or motion sickness. And consider getting travel insurance. A little peace of mind goes a long way. And this is depending, of course, on where you're traveling. Once at the airport, let the gate agent know that you will need to board first to get your child situated. Travel's survival note card for children, noise-canceling headphones, an ID bracelet, goodie bags with new toys, games, stickers, DVDs, and do not forget the chargers for anything electronic. Bring fidget items and sensory items for pre-boarding, takeoff, and landing. For more items, go to our article for a downloadable card here too. You decided an amusement park is what you're going to pick. Please remember that they can be daunting for any parent. There's people and distractions everywhere, long lines, sensory overload, and plenty of food that your child just may not want to eat or may not be allowed to eat. So, how do you survive it all with a child with special needs? Well, let's be honest, summertime is a peak vacation time, which means increased crowds at amusement parks. If you have no other option than to visit at this time, extra planning can help create a wonderful experience for you and your family. First, consider everyone's needs. Do you have a family member who needs to take a break during the day? Plan a mid-afternoon break out of the heat and in the hotel room. But if everyone does not need this break, maybe one parent can stay with one child or those that want to be in air conditioning, and maybe another one heads to the pool or game room. Again, it's talking it through with your family. Check with the park's guest service department to inquire about a disability pass, allowing riding attractions without waiting in line. These passes do not skip the lines, which can make you extremely unpopular per se, but often provide you with time to come back and go through a shorter line. Check the social media pages and for those parks and also their apps, because sometimes you can find out about food allergies and other issues that are of concern to you from parents who've been there before, because after all, they are a wealth of information and help you with some of the same issues that they too face. Children with sensory issues become overstimulated, so please remember the noise canceling headphones and fidget items and sunglasses to help them stay calm. Finding appropriate food can be tough at some parks, especially if your child has a lot of allergies or dietary restrictions. So research on this is crucial. Call the park special dietary line if they have one, and ask if you can bring food in, because some parks do not allow outside food while others have no restrictions. Also, never ever trick or force your child on a ride. Not only will you be miserable, but so will everyone around you, which will be so much fun for everyone on the ride that moment. While you think you know what's best, you'll lose your child's trust if they just have a miserable time. The last thing you want is an overstimulated or upset child. Keep electronic stuffed animals and toys on hand for your child and to help them funnel attention when they get nervous. But please put your name and contact information on everything in case of a loss. If possible, bring an additional adult, a babysitter, with you to help take other children on rides if only one parent is present. An extra set of eyes and hands can mean the difference between a happy memory and frustration. More items, go to the article for a downloadable card. Summer is really only 3 months long, and you want to make the most of the time you have. So we want to help you create memories that last a lifetime. So the time it takes to do the extra planning, packing, and preparing will make it all worth it. Happy summer.